Alrighty, hi everybody. I know this is a little obscure to see me upload Pets Go video content for you guys. Why did a giant present spawn from my face? Alright, well anyways, Big Games updated the new event inside of Pets Go, which is mining a Titanic. So we're gonna go ahead and go through some of the upgrades real quick, and we're gonna essentially just figure this out real fast so you guys can go ahead and see what is going on. So looks like there's two sections we can go ahead and update. There is the fishing area, and then there is obviously the mining area. So let's go ahead and see this real quick, and it looks like it's going to be using the regular coins that we have here, so thank goodness for that. Let's just go ahead and upgrade these real quick as much as possible because we want to take advantage of this as soon as possible. All right, so it looks like once you hit a certain amount, you are going to get into a new currency, which is right here. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see how we're able to get this, because this is really important that we figure this out. All right, so it looks like the mining stuff is over here in this area, so let's go ahead and get our first one. Can I actually upgrade a second one? Oh no, it looks like we start mining right here. Oh my goodness, this is so slow. But it looks like you can get a molten pickaxe through the forever pack, and if you are extremely pay to win for this one specifically, you can go ahead and actually get it through here as well, except you get a emerald one versus the obviously the really good one over here. But it looks like you get other things here, such as a mining speed scroll, a mining damage scroll, and all these other little goodies over here. So you know what, I actually ended up getting some through the forever pack, like Robux wise, because I want to see what we're able to get through this. I don't think we're gonna get lucky with this, to be quite honest, but you know, hey, why not? If I'm able to pick up like extra supplies through here, I am totally fine with that. I would assume that perhaps maybe some of the supplies are, you know, not that hard to get, but still, I would say this is probably equivalent to maybe getting that new corrupt fishing rod that's no longer obtainable inside of the game, so be expected to pay a really good amount of gems for that in the trade hub. And I think the game is broken. Oh no, wait, no it's not. Never mind. Okay, so it looks like I didn't get lucky through the forever pack, which is okay. I'll just be lucky somewhere else, I guess. I usually have really bad luck when it comes to the forever pack. All right, well, while we're sitting here mining, it looks like we do 10 damage per hit, so that's not too bad. You just kind of have to sit here for a minute. You need a stone pickaxe. Okay, so how do I get a stone pickaxe? You know what? It's probably good if I read that again. So we're gonna have to just chill here for a little bit. So while that's going, I actually want to go ahead and see what the fishing section is all about, because this is a new section. More fishing tokens. Okay. All right, well, I guess if you want to go ahead and go fish more tokens, you can. I don't know what the equivalent of that quite possibly be in the future, but I mean, obviously we can get more coins now. Oh yeah, while we're here, let's actually roll some pets. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cancel that out just because I want to focus on just hitting this. So it looks like everybody is going to be focusing on like actually hitting just like, you know, this one here. Remember, when you're starting this off, you need to get the colorized stone. So for me, I'm breaking a stone that really doesn't matter for me. I am getting this one right here. So in order to actually get to the next upgrade, you need to pay attention to the ore that you're breaking. Just want to throw that out there for you guys. So I have to break 50 dirt ores, and then afterwards, you'll be able to get the next upgrade. I wanted to go ahead and see how much DPS that the stone would take in order for it to break. So keep that in mind when you are doing this. So I'm gonna leave this go and essentially just let it break, and we'll see what happens. So I have noticed that I kind of sat here for just a little bit, just enough for me to actually just go ahead and notice that, hey, I can go ahead and finally upgrade all my stuff now. So once you're done just essentially chilling here for a little bit, you can either or do faster mining, bronze pickaxe, or you can save up to get the iron pickaxe. Obviously, because we do want to go faster in this update, this is what we're going to primarily focus on. So you are going to be chilling here, obviously breaking this little rock thing for a little bit with a bunch of other players. So we do need to collect a good amount of these. Now, at some point, you are going to notice, and you have to pay attention to this. Remember, your rocks are going to change. So if I'm mining a bunch of stone ore, it's not going to let me unlock the iron pickaxe or the stronger mining. It's going to allow me to unlock the next section, which is the mining 3. So since we graduated from essentially just this little rock, we are going to have to move into the new one over here. From what it looks like, it does seem like you are sharing the ores with other players here, so it's going to be a little hard for you guys to actually mine and compete with other players here. Now, you may correct me if I am wrong, but visually from what I'm seeing right now, it does look like you are competing with the breakage of the rock. Whether or not this actually affects the amount that you get, I'm not 100% sure, but I am getting a passive amount of 5 to 6 ores. By the looks of it, it looks like once the rock is broken, that's the competition right there. It doesn't look like per hit you're going to be competing with that player there. But then again, I don't have a private server on this game to actually virtually test this out for you guys, so I have to go by what I'm looking at right now. Alright, so we still have to wait, but we are going to go ahead and upgrade this, and we're going to go ahead and upgrade the more ore area. Afterwards, we're going to go ahead and close that out, and we're going to see how much more ore we get out of this. So it looks like I'm still getting 5 to 6. I think I might have saw 8. Then again, I probably need glasses, so I can't tell. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let this continue to break, and then we'll be back with the next portion to see what happens afterwards. So I upgraded to the next section, which is the iron pickaxe. Now, remember, when you are not paying attention, which is highly recommended at some point, maybe every 5 minutes or so, come back to your computer or your device to pay attention to what you're upgrading. Now, it's going to expand a little differently. Once you upgrade the iron, you're going to have to get the gold ore now. If you're going to continue to get copper, your copper ore is going to go up to this section here. So everything else is not going to count for your ore. So make sure you pay attention to that. Otherwise, you're going to continuously just break a ton of ore that you do not need. And the ore that you need is going to be in this area here, but you also need to pay attention to the pickaxe that you also need. So we're getting 7 gold ore for this. We need 150, so I mean, that's not going to take too long. So I'd say probably under 5 minutes or so, you'll have enough to go ahead and upgrade the next section, and that's going to be for the next pickaxe. So again, we'll let this continuously go, and then we'll continue to upgrade our tree. I'm going to go ahead and just say this really quick. If you're having issues and you're kind of just wondering what in the world do you do with your additional ore, you can actually go ahead and purchase these little chests here. Now, because we do not need the dirt one anymore, we can go ahead and buy a ton of these, which is 4. Then we can go ahead and use the rest of our stuff and just basically buy things, and we can get scrolls and stuff with this, which is absolutely needed if you're having issues breaking. So we're going to go ahead and buy that, and then we're going to go ahead and open it, and then we're going to go back into the area and essentially just use everything as much as we can. All right, so let's see what we have here. So we have mining loot scroll, so we get 100% extra, mining damage, which is 100% extra damage, then speed. So make sure you guys actually go ahead and use this as quickly as possible, because this will help you out in the long run, especially if you are just struggling. All right, let's go back over here and see how quickly this is going to be. All right, so it looks like the spawn rate for this is probably like maybe a few seconds. It's probably like 5 seconds. So again, you are going to basically be chilling here with a bunch of other players. So again, I do not know if a private server might affect this, or if you're just in an empty server. So I have officially gotten the golden pickaxe. Now, what I do want to go ahead and do as soon as possible, which is right now, is get a ton of stone ore, because what I am going to do is get the faster mining 3. There we go, we just got it. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is go look at the stronger mining 2, and we need to pay attention to that little color scheme. Now we need to go ahead and find the correct rock to go ahead and get this. And yes, sometimes it's a little hard to see which one it is, but it is right here. All right, and then once you're done with the stronger mining 2, what you're going to pay attention to now is the gold one. So that is where we're going to go next, is look for the golden ore. And we're going to chill here for a little bit and basically just wait until we get that many. We need 500 in order to go ahead and finish this one out, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so it looks like we have the final stronger mining 3. Now we need to go ahead and look for the next one, which looks like this little dirt one. And just like that, 30 seconds, and now we can go ahead and upgrade that. Now we need to go back to the gold. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use some of my currency to actually go ahead and buy some of the extra additional things here so I can go ahead and open them. Okay, so I have officially upgraded the more mining loot 1, and guess what? Now I can go ahead and mine emerald. Let's go over here and go ahead and attempt to do this real quick. Now, I would really recommend that you guys actually start using these scrolls when you are able to, especially when you start getting to the more difficult ores. Okay, so after 5 minutes, I went ahead and upgraded the next section, and this looks like an entirely different colored ore. So let's go ahead and find where that's at. The really nice part about this is once you make it to this ginormous platform up here, you're gonna notice two areas. You're gonna notice the Obsidian section and of course the Diamond section. Now the only difference between the two of these are the huge pet and clearly the Titanic. The part about breaking some of these is I notice you do end up getting loot drops out of these. And of course there is a bit of a 5 to 6 second waiting period for a new boulder to show up basically, but when you do break it, you do get scrolls out of it. So you don't have to worry too much about basically trying to get a ton of these through just the chest itself. Though I could see this being a possible farm for players out there to go ahead and basically sell inside of the trade hub. Again, this kind of works the same way as those corrupted worms, so it's totally up to the player base whether or not they want to go ahead and try to farm this area or just farm the scrolls itself. So enough time has passed by for me to go ahead and explain the new pickaxe. 88 million gems, and this is just what the last person sold it for. There is a wrap given from the last player or the first player that ended up selling it. Prices are obviously going to vary from player to player that obviously has this, but what it does is it's basically a pickaxe on Minecraft that has efficiency 100 basically, and it pretty much breaks the entire thing instantly. Now 88 million gems is a little rich for me, and I'm not going to be able to test this out, but I'm pretty sure other content creators might have videos later on depending on who you're watching. At some point I do want to go ahead and get the emerald one because that's the cheaper option. Now remember, this is not going to get you a Titanic. It's not going to increase your chances for a Titanic. Just remember that. It's only going to help you break your boulders a lot faster than the average player. So remember when you're going out into the trade hub and you're basically buying this as an investment, it's not going to help you get the Titanic, but it will help you in the process of it just a little bit more faster than everybody else. Well, I might have actually done something. So I went into the trade hub and I got a diamond pickaxe. Now I want to see how quickly this would actually help me out. So based on what I'm actually looking at, it's kind of hard to tell whether or not the other players near me are helping me break this or if I'm just doing this damage alone, but I wanted to upgrade my pickaxe so this is a lot more faster for myself. And since we are here, I am going to go ahead and go look at how much damage I'm able to do on the Titanic one. So it looks like it's about 1 million damage, and honestly that's not that bad actually. That is actually doable. So give or take, this would take a minute or so to go ahead and completely break with a 5 to 10 second period cooldown. So I could definitely say that the diamond one is actually pretty okay. This however did cost me a little bit of gems, but I am able to remake that, which is absolutely fine. Plus I was not able to find an emerald pickaxe, so 20 million gems or so wasn't that bad. Though if you are on a budget constraint for your gems, I would say probably wait until some of this goes down. You are able to get this through chests. At least the one that I've seen so far was the Titanic mining chest, and of course the runic mining chest. But the problem is that the percentage is a little too low, so obviously your best bet is probably just going out into the trade hub and just buying the pickaxe itself. So it looks like for the final upgrade I need 500 obsidian, and this would just give me extra mining loot, which, you know, at this point, because I do have the second to the best pickaxe currently in the game, I'm not going to worry about that too much. So what I am going to go ahead and explain very thoroughly, and hopefully you guys are able to understand very quickly, is a quick rundown. So you're going to have to basically upgrade everything that is important to you. There is no right or wrong way of upgrading this. You can upgrade it however it is you want. The only thing is you just need to pay attention to which ores that you need to farm in order to go to the next portion. What can help you along the way are the scrolls that you end up getting from this. And that's the mining speed scroll, the damage, and the loot scroll, especially if you're just starting out new in this update. I am going to go ahead and start using all of these because basically I've already made it to the very end of where I need to be, at least where I'm comfortable, primarily because the pickaxe is going to go up naturally because of the efficiency that it does have for the Titanic rock. So this is where I fold because I'm not paying 100 million gems. That's expensive for a chance at it, but you know. The diamond one is just just as good. Now remember, these prices are gonna completely go crazy. I bought mine for 22 million gems or so I became extremely lucky. You might be able to find some around that price, but remember, depending on how these players in Pets Go price their stuff, you might be paying wrap or above wrap. I might have just gotten extremely lucky when I was in the trade hub because in an instant I just bought it and I left. But that's basically it for this entire update. Upgrade your stuff and pick a rock that you want to go ahead and farm and just upgrade as you go. So hopefully you guys have really good luck when it comes to either or rock, and until then, I will see you guys tomorrow on a new Pet Simulator 99 video. Bye everyone!